Madeline woke up back in her bed. Her covers were pulled around her ankles, which is where they usually lay, and her diaper wasn't really that wet. Shaking her head, she tried to make sense of what had happened. Rogue answered one of my thoughts. Madeline said. It was just a dream. Madeline examined her middle for marks cut into her stomach by the stinging bike chain belt. There was nothing there. Madeline began to relax. Then at the back of her mind she could hear a little voice that said, "What just happened then?" Madeline couldn't answer it. But she knew a man who could. Checking her clock, she saw it was nearly 7:30, time to get up and get ready for school, so she took off her diaper and went into the shower. Gabriel realized he had managed to sleep late on his first day at a new school. He threw himself into the shower and washed himself with soap. Once again he cursed himself for only packing clothes, and he threw on a grey hooded sweatshirt and a pair of black jeans. He stopped as he passed the mirror on the reverse of his cupboard door. What he saw in the mirror he didn't like. It was the quiet, timid, scared and bullied boy who had left his school in a state of panic Thursday. That wasn't him anymore. He pulled off his clothes and searched his bag for something he liked. Pulling out a pair of brown cords, a smoky grey shirt and a black top, Gabriel changed his appearance. He looked cocky, maybe too much so. This is how force would look, and Gabriel didn't know if he was force yet. What the hell, let's go. Gabriel puffed out his chest, put his head back and walked out to face his new school life as one of the ex-mice. Gabriel was really surprised to find his fellow ex-mice still eating at the table when he walked into the kitchen. "Hey sugar," Rogue said happily. "Yo man," Evan said, not even looking up from his cereal. There was a blue-skinned mutant hanging from his tail eating a bowl of cereal, and it took Gabriel a second to remember his name, Nightcrawler, Charlie. Madeline sat at the opposite side of the table from Rogue and was staring at her intensely. Gabriel would have to figure out what was going on there. It must have been because she was the first person on the team he had met, not counting the professor, but he felt a certain kinship between the two, as if they shared the same secret. "Are you going to sit down or eat your breakfast standing up there?" Rogue quipped cheerfully. "I thought I was late," Gabriel said, confused. "For what?" Evan asked. "For school. You said we had it on Saturdays." "Yes, we do," Charlie explained. "But it starts at 10 and finishes at 12. It's only really us mutants there as well. Because we miss so much school disappearing off on missions." Scott finished from behind Gabriel. "And the Brotherhood from trying to stop us," Jean said, attached to Scott's arm. Gabriel had never seen the two apart, but then he had only seen them twice. "No, we can separate when we want to," Jean said. "I really don't like it when people read my mind," Gabriel said. People, let's just eat breakfast," Charlie said, dangling with intent. The ex-mice took their seats with their latest recruit. "You see Logan, he does fit in," Charles said, turning to Wolverine. He was standing impassively staring at the single monitor, watching the pictures being beamed back. "I don't know, he seems very bleak in his outlook," Logan said, staring deep into the boy's eyes. "He managed to keep an entire school's worth of attackers at bay with no training of his powers. He is also a lot like yourself, Logan." Charles moved his chair to face Logan. "What do you mean?" "He is a loner just like you. But I don't think it was by choice." "Neither was yours, Logan. Please give the boy a chance. He is still trying to come to terms of leaving his home behind. Perhaps you could talk to him later." "Perhaps." The silence was deafening as they all sat around the table eating their breakfasts. Gabriel, for one, didn't care for the silence, so he piped up after swallowing his mouthful of cereal. "I forgot to bring some toiletries with me. Is there anywhere I could go to pick them up?" "Sure there is. I can take you after school if you'd like," Scott suggested. "That'd be fine. Thank you." "So Gabriel," Charlie started, "have you thought up, a name yet?" "I think so." Gabriel shrugged. Good. What? Rogue leaned forward as if sharing a secret. I will tell you once I find the name I consider most appropriate. Gabriel said, suddenly defensive. What if the name was too much? What if it was really lame?